What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash. Shout out to the Dragon Riders and the House of the Dragon. We're chilling at 297, baby, 298 almost. We did the thing, you guys. We absolutely did. Yes, we did. Can you smell it? Oh, I know the smell of a bottom when I am face to face with it. That right there, that is a bottom, my friends. It's not actually not technically a bottom. Technically, this is the bottom. This is just a low, right? For those of you who are learning technical analysis, let's get real here. Let's be serious, okay? Let's being silly. Let's put on our I don't know what. I guess you don't put anything on to go to school other than clothes. Let's put on our school uniforms. A low is what this is. Sure, it's the bottom of this move, but it's not a bottom, right? Technically, bottom would be this. This is your bottom, right? And then, relatively speaking, whenever you look at it through a macro perspective, this is your bottom, this is a low, this is just another low, right? So an argument could be made that this is not even a low technically. Bottoms are generally something that's used for a larger move, but I feel like since this has taken months to accomplish, I feel comfortable saying that's the bottom. But who cares about the semantics, man? That's not what we're here to do. We're here to just give a quick little update on the price. I very much am confident that that was the low. I know a couple days ago we were a little bit excited preemptively that that could have been the low. The next day I rectified that, right? I made a call around like $309. I remember saying that that was the low, and then I made a call at like $315 saying that nope, that wasn't the low, we're going to go lower. So I flip-flopped, but basically right at the right place, right? And it ended up playing out. The reason why I like this as a low better is because it's a lot more in line with this low back here. I don't know what to call this. Mr. Hat, M Hat on the Discord does call this, praise our dragon friend, does call this a diamond pattern. To me, diamond patterns are something more like this, what I've identified them as, what I've learned them to be. I haven't just learned this on the patternsite.com, but I'm using this as a reference point. But what I also learned, and you won't find that here, maybe you will in all these words, I don't know, but I don't think you'll find what I'm about to say here, is that diamonds do come in all shapes and sizes. They are one of those more malleable patterns that can really fit a chart however you want it to, as long as it behaves properly or it's meeting certain parameters, it fits. So this could be a diamond pattern. Whatever it is, it's a triple bottom, it's the tried and truth, whatever you want to call it. This formation where you've got like two peaks outside of a central peak that are slightly higher and basically in line with each other, or if it were the opposite, if it were a top where you have a central peak and then you have two peaks outside of it that are a little bit lower, and it's like it's got that like triangle pattern, right, like that. Whenever you see that, it tends to mark a reversal. And I've been doing technical analysis for over 7 years now, you guys, nearly 8 years now. I'm telling you, I've noticed this several times, countless amounts of times. It's not the most common thing ever, but it's not a rare formation either. It happens, and when it does happen, it normally marks a reversal. If it holds, obviously. If not, right, it looks like a three lows right now, but if it keeps going, well, it won't look like three lows anymore. So it needs to hold here, is the thing, right? But if it does hold here, that could signal some very big things. I'm going to keep this video brief. I've been kind of letting loose the goose on this one for a second, so I'm just going to get really concise here and end the video, okay? I think we found our low. I think that was it. The low yesterday was at $286. Yes, I mean it 100%. That was the low, you guys. That was it. We've done it. We've done the thing. Now it's time to look to the upside, okay? If we want to look to the upside, we can look for immediate targets, but I'm going to end the video with my genuine target as to where I'm expecting Bitcoin Cash to go by the end of its next move, okay? And we're going to do a little bit of backtracking to get there. But immediately speaking, we've got $395 to look forward to, probably more likely 400 to like 420, 450, somewhere in that zone, right? A little bit above $400 is what I would expect. Just because we break above the yellow line does not mean it's go time. It could, but we probably break above it a little bit and then we come back. We do some standard volatile stuff on our way up there, right? I do believe that we're going to see these extensions being hit, and this is where the exciting stuff comes. This is where the true target comes in mind, but I just don't think it's going to be a straight road up there. It could be. You never know, but time will tell. again, 395 is the more immediate target. 400, 430 really probably is a better way to look at that. And then $500 to $650 is the next target zone after there. When we break above 645, essentially, it's time to start looking deeper. But really, you can just surmise all this. You can just look at it through a single scope and be like, this is what we're doing right now, because we have our low, we have our bottom, we are geared up now to move to the upside. The next significant move that we're going to make, like that results in us turning around, is going to be our next high, and that high is going to come in at a minimum, I believe, above $1,000. Well above $1,000. I'll show you why I think that. If we take the high to the low of this overall consolidation phase right here, right, that overall consolidation phase there, high to low, went all the way up to the 200. We went right to the red line there, and just above it a little bit right there. Okay, so now we take that next high, okay, we take this next low, and we went, if I could get it on there properly, we went just above that 200 again, 2 times. Could we do a three-peat? Can we pull a hat trick? Get your hats ready to throw into the ring, ladies and gentlemen. It might happen. It just freaking might. But if it were to happen, the price target would be that of something above $1,900. Now, if that doesn't happen, that's okay. I would expect at a minimum, personally, $1,300 to be hit. This 1618 golden extension, it's something that we've disrespected the last 2 times. We've just torn right through it. To be completely fair, we actually did find resistance on it right here, and then we continued to move past it. But it didn't stop us. That could be an area that stops us now. Okay, this is a deeper retracement. Perhaps this is where we go. 1,300, I think, is a fine minimum estimated target for this next high. But 1,300, I think, to 1,900, let's bump it up a little bit and say $2,000, because 2,000 is right above that 200 level, and the last 2 times we've gone just above the 200. So 1,300 to $2,000 is the target. All right, when I say it is the target, I mean here we are at the low. Our target for this move is between here and here. This is the conversation, and it's actually a little bit higher. I lied. Let's put it at 2,000. Let's just do it for funsies, right? This is the conversation we're going to be having every single time we talk about the target for Bitcoin Cash now. That's it right there. $1,300 to $2,000. That is where we're going by the end of this year. And if not by the end of this year, I would think we're at least above like 1,000, if not 1,300 by the end of this year. But if not by the end of this year, that we see like this part of the zone, like the higher parts, perhaps sometime in the very, very beginning of next year is what I would think. Q1, probably January. But it's happening. We're in the midst of our next move up, right? We've had one move up so far, consolidation phase, another move up, consolidation phase. We've found the lows. We've got our higher low. All we have to do now is break out, and then it's just smooth sailing from there, right? And I don't really know what else to say, man. It's exciting stuff. Of course, we have to hold this level. It is very preemptive. Some could argue that I'm counting my chickens before they hatch, but I'm just so confident in this formation. I'm so confident at where we are in the pattern, in the cycle itself. It all is lining up. It all makes sense. People are in extreme fear right now. Like all the planets are aligned, right? I feel like we're literally in a serendipitous state of being right now. We are literally, I don't even know if I'm using the right words, man. I'm feeling it so much. From a low point here, found support on our previous highs. From a low point here, we essentially found support on our previous highs. Not really right there, to be completely fair, but if we were to take this high at a closing point, right, that's essentially where we've been finding support time and time again. So in that area, nonetheless, I think that we're in the area that makes sense to go up. That's my genuine opinion. The weekly RSI is in an area that, you know, it's been hovering above this bearish area of control, ready to go up. It's cooled way the hell off, ready to go up, ready to move up. Daily RSI here is looking like trash and looks like it wants to go down lower. And this was a good video up until that end there, so I'm just going to end it, man. Genuinely, I would probably expect the price to go lower under any other circumstance other than the pattern that we have now. And I'm that confident in it, so I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to end it there. This video has been all over the place, but I really very much do appreciate everybody for being here. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. We've got upside, man. We've got a lot of upside to go, and it'll be validated. Everything I'm saying right now, by the way, it's not valid, right? It's a theory. It's a possibility that I'm addressing. I think it's going to happen, right? In my head, it's like a probability, but let's be real here. It's just a theory until we get above $644. We get above $644, statistically speaking, it's basically an inevitability, okay? Until then, it's just a possibility that I'm addressing, right? This low, based off the fibs, how you would identify that that's the low, would be confirmed once we get, it depends on how, I would say once you get above the 382. Once you close above the 382, so that would be essentially $400. We start closing days above the $400 zone, close a week or two above the $400 zone, then that's how we know from a fib perspective, from a macro fib perspective, that we're at our low as well. But I feel very confident in calling for that. So, all right, this video has been all over the place. I'll leave it there. If you guys like the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.